Hey guys, Matt Bishop here. We are on the tour bus here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Sands Event Center. I'm here with Leigh from Pop Evil. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Thanks
Good
for coming back,
again.
man.
Absolutely.
Good to see you again.
Always.
Heck yeah.
Well, a lot's gone down since I've seen you last, man. Trespass
Non-stop.
America last summer. You guys dropped a new record, Onyx.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank
number
you.
one
Thank you.
rock radio single, Trenches.
Thank you for helping us dig out of the trenches, man. It's just been incredible. It's been a lot has happened in a short amount of time, but you know, we're just all gung-ho about this new record. We're excited to just keep exposing it, non-stop touring, and see what the fans think.
I think they're digging it so far.
So far, so good, right?
The first single went number one, and we got maybe 2-3 more to go. So
yeah, you know, we feel, you know, like we really stepped the game up for ourselves individually on this record. We held ourselves accountable, and we wanted to make sure that, you know, we put all the eggs in one basket, and that was this record. And we just said, look, you know, all the things we weren't allowed to do on the previous two records due to the label, managers, whatever it was, you know, now they finally let us do the record we wanted to do. And you know, the timing, we were just, you know, at that place in our career where you know, we've been road savvy and we've been tested on the road long enough where we felt like we had really something to say. And you know, lyrically, I wanted to I guess expose myself in a way that I haven't always been comfortable doing on previous records, but this record just you know, I wanted to have that it factor that, you know, it stood out, you know, from the previous two. And again, in our opinion, because we have so many great fans that are diehards of the first two records. But you know, it's about growth and, you know, not looking backwards. We have you know, our previous two records kind of show a story of where we were back in the day, and you know, this is about progress and about moving forward.
Yeah, no trenches pun intended, but you guys really dug deep on this record.
We did.
It's a darker album, a lot of emotion.
And ironic, that's why we chose Trenches to be the first single. You know, I mean, Deal with the Devil we thought was going to be the first single for the longest time. And then, you know, with Deal in the studio, just things weren't really lining up on paper. It seemed like this was the one. This is what we really felt. We wanted to this is the direction we wanted to go. But then Trenches just felt like it just really told the story of where we've come from to get here. And, you know, just magic happened in the studio, and of course, you know, it went on to be a big hit for us. Still continuing to grow, so we'll see how big it gets.
On the last record, a lot of party rock anthems,
Right.
Daisy Chain, Boss's Daughter, just those kick-ass, adrenaline-fueled songs that fans just go crazy for.
Right.
Are you finding with the new record that fans are connecting more with the songs on a personal level?
I think so, but you know, the album's only been out, you know, for you know, 6-7 months, so it's hard to see, you know, where the fans are really going. Right now, it's just been the best response to a record that we've had in our career, but it's also the best time for us. You know, I think people are starting, because of the success of the previous two records, to finally say, oh, that's Pop Evil. You know, in the first two records, like, oh, I know that song, Why I never heard the band. But now people are starting to hear of us, you know, with all the touring we've been doing, putting the dirty work in behind the scenes, and now people are listening. So it's important that, you know, our music backs up what we're doing. At the end of the day, we're here as musicians, we're here to put out music, and if we're not, then it's pretty irrelevant. So we wanted to be held accountable for that music, and this album, we really feel depicts, you know, who we are individually, but again, as collective, as a team. As a collective team here, so it's exciting.
You guys are on tour with Godsmack right now. How's the tour going?
Godsmack is
Couple
awesome.
dates in?
They're incredible. I mean, to be with such legends and to kind of just learn by watching them and just see how pro they are behind the scenes is it's inspiring. I mean, Godsmack, obviously we grew up listening to them, we're big fans, and to have them, you know, kind of have us in their home, in their domain, you know, as opening acts is it's an incredible honor, and it's a big compliment, and it's something we take very serious. And their fans are amazing, and they've been nothing but very supportive of Pop Evil. Can't wait to keep rocking.
In my mind, a lot of bands kind of blend together style-wise, but a lot of, you know, critics, they kind of make the distinction between rock and metal.
Right.
And you actually made it on stage at Trespass America. You said, we are a rock band, and we're so happy that you metal fans have accepted us, and rock and metal can coexist on this tour.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's important that rock and metal kind of team up instead of distancing themselves from each other. In this day and age that is rock metal, we have our backs against the wall. And I think the order to be among the bands that are helped bring rock and metal back to the mainstream where it belongs, obviously in our opinions, is by teaming up and educating our fans that, it's many rock bands grew up on metal or are influenced by metal, and obviously there's a lot of metal bands influenced by rock. So it's so important that we team up and support each other rather than, point the fingers and isolate each other as a genre, as genres. So it's important that, I think the tours like Trespass America, that was a great one. Obviously, even playing with Godsmack, they're another great example of metal with rock influence. And it's just about not doing the safe tour and just supporting each other as musicians and as brothers. And hopefully the fans appreciate that and come out and support. And hopefully they leave the concerts going, oh, I never really was into Pop Evil, but I left. Oh, they were awesome, or whoever the band may be. That's what it's about, exposure. And the more we team up, the more opportunities, we're able to be seen. So it's important.
I think what's great about you guys is I always tell people get so hung up on volume.
Right.
And that's what heavy is. It's like, how loud is the amps? That's
right.
What heavy metal is. But I think it's attitude. And I think that you guys are a heavy band in the sense that riffs like Last Man Standing, that is a heavy riff. And you guys just come out and lay it down.
Well, again, from the Pop Evil standpoint, we don't really think about it as rock or metal. We think about it as the songs we write. It's us. I think most bands can probably relate. We live in a very Pop Evil world on this bus. Obviously, you're in our tour bus, so these are our walls. You don't get outside these walls much, other than to play your show. So it's important that you don't try to it's important that you try not to pay attention to what others are thinking about your band and trying to pigeonhole you and trying to categorize you. We just try to just be us, and if that's good enough for fans and people to keep growing and being interested in the band, then we're okay with that. But, obviously, I said it before, I said it again in this interview, we're very influenced by rock and metal. If people think we more sway to the rock or the metal side, so be it. But we don't set off to write and say, hey, this is going to be a metal song, or this is going to be a rock song today, or this is going to be a party anthem. We just, start with the riffs or the melodies and just see where the songs take us. And, that's what's worked for us so far. I don't see it changing anytime soon. So it's the Pop Evil way.
Pop Evil way is the best way, I think.
Right. It's the only way that I know. But, no.
You guys just put out the new album, as we've been talking about, and not only did you put out a new record, but it's a good new record, and it's gotten great critical and fan response.
Right.
So what is it like picking a set list now as
It's a great question.
As you're getting, not only do you have more options, but good options?
Yeah, we actually thought about that when we were making this record. We wanted to put together a set that could complement the songs and our radio hits of the past, but also marinate as fans sit during the show and they settle and they're like, wow, that band really took us from point A to point Z. We want to take you through all the emotions. That's really what Pop Evil means. We're sometimes we're happy and feel like having a beer or a shot with some fans, and sometimes we're just having a rough day and we feel like breaking windows. So we want to kind of take you through those, those different emotions throughout a Pop Evil show. And when we wrote this new album, Onyx, we definitely had that in mind to say, okay, what is our set missing? What are some of the weaknesses in our live show? And also took into consideration as the band continues to grow, we're going to be playing longer. What songs could be the best opener? What can be the best closer? What could really settle them in the middle that can, keep the interest, but also set them up for the end of the show to really take them over the edge. So again, we felt like as we were writing Onyx that we really felt we had the new material that could really do that. And that's what we've been continuing to do as we've started the Onyx tour. It's finding the happy medium between the old material, mixed with the new material. That's something I think that's still a work in progress. And as the songs become, more radio singles, as they become more exposed, virally over the internet, we'll see, the fans decide. We'll see what the fans tell us.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we'll see what the fans say as we come out to later shows. So get your asses out to a rock show. Come see Pop Evil live.
Speaking of getting their asses out to a rock show, Godsmack run right now. Fall's coming up. What do we got in the works?
Fall. We got a big fall tour. I'm not allowed to say yet, but it's coming. So stay tuned to popevil.com and the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagrams and all that. But we're just gonna see. With that, we're just gonna see. How the fans again, embrace the new single, and just keep touring nonstop up till Christmas, and then hopefully get overseas next year at some point. So I know we've been getting a lot of love in the UK you know, over the ocean there, and hopefully we can set up something overseas, you know, on top of the year. We'll see.
Very cool, man.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Pop Evil,
Thanks.
ladies and gentlemen, the new album Onyx is out now on E1 Music. Call your local radio stations. Trenches. I don't. It already went #1. I don't care. The sky was the limit. Now we're shooting for the moon.
That's right.
Until Deal with the Devil drops August 20th.
August
Is that
20.
set in stone?
August 20, set in stone. We're gonna deal with the devil. It's on.
Dude, I appreciate that. My birthday is August 19th.
Are you serious?
So that's a birthday. I'm considering
happy
that a birthday
Happy
present. That's gonna
birthday.
be awesome.
It's a birthday present right there.
I'm calling the radio station first thing in the morning on the 20th.
I love it. It's on.
Pop Evil, we are out. Rock!